Welcome back, guys, to another Kaluan Mufflers video. KM exhaust, that is us. We're about to throw the DT ram inside and fix the horrible ticking manifold issue. I guess this video is going to apply to the DT ram and of course the DS ram as well. More or less the same setup, different parts, but basically the same deal. If you have a DS or a DT ram that has that horrible ticking noise coming from your exhaust manifolds, we're going to have a look at a set of the stock manifolds. We're going to pull off this truck. We're going to fit it up with a set of BD diesel upgraded manifolds. This is a fantastic upgrade. So let's get this thing in the shop and go over all the bits and pieces. Alright guys, we're doing some new exhaust manifolds on a Ram 1500. The HEMI manifold issue, it's pretty well known. If you found this video, I guess that's why you were looking. Now, we don't replace them with the stock manifolds. I have used the Dorman manifolds before, they will work. But there is a better solution out there, and this is it in this box right here. This is from a company called BD. BD Diesel on the side there. Actually, let's a better look at it. We get these straight out of America, and what they are is a more heavy-duty version of the old manifold. Come with everything we need. It's our hardware kit, new gaskets, and in here is our new manifold. Now, what makes these so darn good is they are made from what they call ductile steel. Basically, the steel that's used in making these is the same thing that's in like a nodular 9-inch diff. It's just better quality, stronger, and it's going to last longer. They're also a little bit thicker as well. So for you guys who are towing a lot with stock cap converters, generating a lot of heat upstream in your exhaust manifolds and cracking the stock ones, this is a worthy upgrade worth considering. Ripping into it, we've got the wheel off the truck, which exposes our manifold right here. You think that makes it easy? It doesn't. It's still a tedious little task to get this fellow out, but we will get him out nonetheless. So this car is the different conversion. It's not got the right-hand drive gear on this side. It's still left-hand drive over there and right-hand drive inside. But on the other models, you do have a steering shaft through here and whatnot. Not that it's of a lot of relevance. So we're just going to drop the exhaust and the wire pipe section out of the truck, get the heat shields off, and we'll expose the manifold and its bolts. We'll see how many of those are broken. With the heat shield off, we can see the crack in our manifold. I don't even know if I need to point to that, it's pretty big. So that is the issue. The big reason for it is, if you can see down here, in a big catalytic converter. When you start towing and pushing big tyres and things like on these trucks, you're asking a bit too much of this whole setup, so that's why we're going bigger and badder. We'll get this fellow off, then we'll show you on the bench the comparison. Just look at it first, before you do your thing. I think this one's going to break. It's not far enough through, but you can have a go. There you go. I was doubting it would break. Oh, it was nearly all the way through. There you go. So that is that. We're going to bring it over here, both pieces, and we'll put them side by side. It was nearly all the way through. The cleaner patch there is what we just broke. The black is where it was snapped all the way around anyways. So that is your stock manifold. They are very easy to break, as you just saw. We had a lot of issues with this bolt. It was all stripped out due to heat. We ended up having to cut him through. Nonetheless, the kit comes with new bolts. So these are our new bolts that go from the exhaust to the manifold. We get new heat shield bolts, but reuse the old heat shield. New manifold bolts with these spacers, which I'm about to show you how that works. This is our side-by-side comparison. You can see the stock manifold here, which we just broke for funsies. And you can see our new one. If you have a look at them, I'll bring them in a little bit closer to each other. You can see the thickness difference. This guy here is very beefy. He's much, much thicker. Still has a very similar profile. It's a little bit taller. The way they design these is so that they are the same material thickness all the way through, which gives them a lot of strength. They're quite heavy in this boss area here. It's another one of the upgrades. Heat shields go back onto it, which is really nice. Just reuse the old heat shields. But it's a much heavier duty unit, and then it's made of the ductile steel, which is a high silicon steel. Don't ask me too many complicated questions about that, but they're just stronger. And for anyone who's been around cars for a long time, if you ever heard of a nodular diff for like a 9-inch, that's the same material. Now, the bolts are a little bit different. So what they have is this spacer right here. That goes on there. And then that unit drops into here. And what it does is give you a longer bolt which handles the heat better than these shorter and smaller bolts that they come with from the factory. They just directly bolt in there. These do have a tie bar on them from the factory. So I'll just scoot this little fellow back over here a little bit. Try not to overload you too much with these technical deals. Oh, that broke pretty good, didn't it? There's a bar that goes there and a bar that goes on the top side there to try and give it some rigidity. As you can see by the crack, it just does not work. Putting stock manifolds back in is a waste of time. There's nothing wrong with anything else. These are just not up to the task of the heat of towing and having bigger wheels and lifts and continuous loads. This is going to give us a much better long-term outcome. Flip it over just for the sake of looking. It's much heavier when you actually pick it up. It's quite a heavy unit. Flip it over. You can just see all round it's just a much beefier unit. These webbings are larger, the body size here is much larger, but the head of it is probably the most unique part. If you look at this, you can see that's pretty narrow and quite small. These are a much bigger throat on them and a lot more material inside of here. Really, really solid unit. Get this extra big brace down here. They're just bigger and stronger throughout the entire manifold, and that's what's going to be an upgrade instead of a replacement. The boys have been racing. Carl's side's finished up first. So one side is done. We put 2 people on this because these things came in late. They meant to be here yesterday, they got here today. So old ones are off. That side's all done. Anthony's just buttoning up his side. Nearly. Well, that is it, guys. That is the very basic overview of the manifolds. I didn't go too much in the fitment of it. We may do that in a future video. I really just want to illustrate that the stock manifolds can be removed. We can upgrade you with a far better manifold that's going to suit your application and last you longer. You can buy stock replacements, but this is a much better option. It's going to last you considerably longer and be hassle-free. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you very much.